Sleigh bells ring. Happy New Year!
Hello guys, we decided, this is our 20th episode, which is pretty insane.
Yeah.
I feel like we just started it yesterday and we're still just now
I forgot I have to use a mic.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm a little bit nervy on the camera.
Right, well, if you guys are listening on audio, you should go watch the video instead.
Yeah.
Because we decided to film this one so you guys can see, why we're called Tits and Tots. No, I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
I literally don't have a shirt on, but if you want a little... Just kidding.
We also took a lot of time setting this up. I don't know if you guys think it looks cute, but this is Sabrina's apartment. Look how freaking cute.
My apartment kind of turned around.
Yeah, it is very
I feel like I can't really see the camera, but I feel like I just need to not pay attention to it.
Well,
it is what it is.
Yeah, this is what I was telling Sabrina. I was like, when you are filming a podcast, like you do the sound and you do the video, like do you watch yourself? Are you supposed to do that? Because I feel like it's kind of weird. Also, Sabrina made us a margarita. And I have to say, I started this podcast and I have to pee, so let's see how long I go before we take a break.
Should we restart it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me just get my nerves out.
Dude, that tastes really good.
It's good, huh?
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's just because I'm on camera.
I'm nervous because I have the worst posture, so I'm probably going to be slouched in like 10 minutes. I'm very aware right now. Are you guys like this too? I have scoliosis, so it's probably not...
Okay, that's your excuse then.
No, scoliosis is not an excuse for bad posture.
But I feel like when we do record the podcast, we said this, I think, the last time we recorded it in person, but we don't really record it in person that much, Yeah,
we really don't because,
this close. Like, we're really close to each other right now.
Me and Sabrina don't hug. You know that best friend that you guys have, maybe you guys aren't like this, but we don't hug each other. We don't really, touch each other. Sabrina refuses to cuddle with me.
I cuddle sometimes.
No.
I don't really cuddle with anybody.
Your affection is asking you to touch your feet.
Touch my feet.
To crack your feet.
Yeah, crack my toes.
That's what
and no one takes up on my offer, so whose fault is that?
I mean, I don't think that's a form of affection.
A little bit.
Oh my god, are you guys listening to me drink my drink? It's actually so good. I
ASMR.
It's only 2 o'clock, but it's okay.
Yeah, I was like, should we make a coffee moment, or should we, have a cute little mug in the scene? Tati's like, let's make a margarita, and I was like, okay.
I was like, what are you talking about, coffee? I've already had 2 coffees today.
Tati's had a way different day than I had, honestly.
So this is something I think is kind of an important topic to talk about. Is coffee addiction really that bad? Is it something that I should be trying not to have a day, in my day-to-day?
I think if you're, relying on it so much that you have to have it every single day, and, if you don't have it, you're not going to be awake, then it is a bad thing.
Okay, well, that is my situation. I do have to have a cup of coffee every single day.
Dude, I feel like if I don't have a coffee, then at 6 p.m. I'm ready to go to bed. I am exhausted, fully exhausted. And I also feel like it's the ritual of getting coffee that also wakes you up.
Dude, something about making a nice coffee every morning, brewing a hot coffee just really makes you feel like you're being productive.
Yeah, right? The other day I discovered down the street from my house, literally right around the corner, I've walked around this place really often, and I just realized that there's a bomb little bagel, homemade bagel spot and coffee, and they didn't have any bagels ready because you have to pre-order them. That's how homemade they are. They make a batch every morning, and then I went around noon and it said we're all out of bagels for the day. So I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna place an order, but it was okay, now I can just go walk and get a coffee. That really changed things for me.
Also, for a place to be that fancy, it's good. So you didn't try the bagel?
No, but the coffee was really good.
Ooh,
so I'm gonna place an order to get bagels. The next available day is the 29th.
What? Wait, are you dead ass right now? The 29th?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow's
but
not
I
the
went
29th.
on
Tomorrow's the
Christmas
27th, man.
Oh my god,
today's
that's
the 27th.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of time, dude.
Yeah.
Also, Sabrina's cats are here.
Do you want to meet them?
I think we should show them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this down.
Because this is us wanting you guys to watch
me.
watch the video for the pod. So
this is Kira.
It's Kira.
Kira's 4 years old, and she has paws that have thumbs, and she's so cute and sweet.
Also, they have extra fingers.
Yeah. You want to see? So if you see them pop up in the camera. Oh, here's their paws. I want to squish Tati! And then this is Travis. He's kind of cray-cray right now.
He's very anxious. Like most of us.
Trav, open your eyes so they can see you.
Travis, look here. Look here.
This is Travis. This is my cat in the cat Olympics.
You know what's
how tall he is?
You know what's tragic is if your mic can't pick you up right now.
Oh. I'll put subtitles.
We'll put subtitles.
So I love that this is our 20th podcast. Like, I feel like that means we like started like 5 months ago, right?
Yeah, in September, right before my birthday. Dude, what the fuck?
A little bit in August, actually. Like, I think it was like before we went to
Lake Arrowhead.
Before we even went to the other place.
Lake Havasu.
Lake Havasu. We had the 3rd episode out.
And then people were hyping us up. They were like, "Oh yeah, your podcast is so funny." We're just like, say less. Like, we know. No, I'm just kidding. We're all the time we're just like, fuck, is anybody listening to this?
I don't even, honestly, it's just funsies. Like, I told my therapist the other day, it's like a second round of therapy.
Oh my God, I love that.
Like, I just like chat and like let my thoughts flow.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's more of like an individualized therapy.
It's like internal, you're very aware of like what's going on.
Well, kind of, you level me.
Yeah, that's true. I think like when you listen to the podcast, you can kind of tell who has like the crazier stories.
Right? You say like a mental illness.
We definitely both have mental illnesses.
A mental illness, ain't it?
I definitely have diagnosed myself with like 5 mental illnesses.
Dude.
Like deadass. Have I talked about this on the podcast before?
Tell them.
Okay.
This is part of it. Like, we don't remember anything.
Yeah. It's like I literally have no memory of anything. Okay, so let me start all over again. I have a problem where TikTok is very triggering for me. Like, I genuinely can't watch it for pleasure most of the time because then I'll get stuck on therapist TikTok and then I'll literally diagnose myself with like 5 different things every single time I watch it. Like, I've diagnosed myself with ADD, with like chronic anxiety. What's that thing called? The depression where you can actually do things but you're depressed still?
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
People listening, you guys know what I'm talking about. Just so many things. And like, because I resonate so much with them. Like, this person, specifically ADD, has really been like...
ADHD, I don't really know the difference, but like...
I keep saying it
I sent you a tweet, and it had like all of these things, and I was like, I literally have every single one of those.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like... I don't know. I feel like the mix of ADHD and OCD that I have makes me like a productive... diagnosed ADD person,
right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, where I can get things done and really focus on them, but like, I am like always thinking about something else.
Yeah,
you know?
like the one that got me was, it was for ADHD or ADD, whatever, I don't know the difference. It said like, are you the kind of person that has something to do at 1 o'clock and literally won't do anything else because your whole day revolves around that one event? And I'm like, yes, that is so me.
Yeah.
Like, when I know I have like a meeting or a call or like I have to go somewhere, my whole entire day is like fixated on that and I can't get anything else done because I'm so focused on like making sure that I do that thing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, like even if I have something to do, like, okay, like on Christmas Eve, I was like, I have to make dinner. I have to like make the mac and cheese, make the Brussels sprouts. I literally didn't do anything all day and said, like, all I just thought in my head was, I have to make that. Okay, 1 hour until I make that.
Yes.
And then I thought, like, okay, this is how I'm going to make it. Okay, these are the steps I'm going to follow. Okay, and then this is going to happen. And then I'm like, dude, I could have done a lot of other things this morning.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I just waited till 2 to make it.
So we both have ADD. Congratulations.
Yeah. I feel like
what do you do when you figure that out? Like, is there like a medicine or something?
I guess you can take Adderall, but I feel like...
No, I can't.
I don't really, like, need it that much. I feel like it's just knowing, like, oh, I'm not, like, crazy. Like, that's why I think like that.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of becoming very self-aware and, like, fixing those... Not fixing, but, like, making sure you're being mindful of it. Like, I know it's kind of stupid to say because a lot of these things, like, are, like you do need medicine for it.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it really helps, but also being mindful does help you because then I'm like, oh, that's why I'm feeling like this. Like, let me just get something done.
Yeah.
Because it can be so easy to just think like, oh, that's just who I am. But
yeah.
It's not.
And also, like, if you, like, for example, we're saying that we can't do anything all day besides that one thing, or think about it. Like, even if we are doing other things, I know that in my head I'm thinking I have to do this, I have to make sure everything's okay for that. Like, understanding yourself enough to think, okay, I'm like that, but, like, let me try and force myself to do these things to avoid this normal,
like, don't let it be an excuse.
Yeah,
I think that's what's important. Is
like
not
understanding it enough
problem.
for it not to be an excuse.
Like, it's nothing wrong with having ADD anyways, but, like, the thing is, if I can't get anything done, it's super frustrating. Actually, the other day, I was just talking to my coworkers, and I just told them that, and they looked at me like I was insane. I was like, I think I have undiagnosed ADHD, and they were like, girl, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, what do you mean?
It's probably because, like, you also don't seem like it, you know? Like, you know, like, you're at your job, especially, like, you're on top of everything for everyone else.
Right.
But I feel like that's also kind of, like, a part of you having to, like, have control of everything so that, like, your mind doesn't slip and that you don't have...
Yeah, I think my job also helped me realize it, too, because there isn't much of a structure. Like, before my previous jobs, there was a lot of structure, and I knew, like, starting at 9 a.m., I have to send this out, and, like, midday, I have to have this done. So, like, it was very easy for me to be structured. But here, there's a million things changing 24/7. So, like, in my head, I literally can't focus and do one thing. I'm always jumping around, and then I'm like, oh, wait, I was doing this, and then I go back to do the other thing, and I'm like, damn, this is, like, really where I struggle with it. When there's no structure is where I'm like, damn, like, I'm screwed.
I feel like we're so similar in that way. Like, maybe that's because of, like, what we're saying, that maybe we have this, because... Like, I love structure. I feel like that's why, like, I loved being in school and stuff. Like, I just love, like, having a set of things to do. And especially, like, working in different work environments, you kind of learn which work environment that you like best. Like, you like more of a structured...
I do.
Because, I mean, I feel like I agree. Because if I'm, like, trying to do a little bit of a bunch of things, I won't put my full effort or, like, expertise in all of those little things. Because there's too many things. But if I'm able to focus on one thing, give my full attention to it, and then focus on another, it's way easier for me.
Dude,
my cat's gonna come in the camera.
Yeah, Kira's gonna come and take over. She's probably gonna sit down. There she goes.
Messing up the entire lighting. Kira.
Girl, sit down. Come on, man. Okay, she's trying to eat the plant. What should we do? Should we just leave her there?
Kira, can you scoot over just a tad?
Just scoot your butt. I think this is why, okay, so, like, my job before, I was traveling a lot, but I would travel, I spoke about this before, like, I would travel randomly. Like, I would get called and I would have to go and I would freak out. I enjoyed the travel portion of it, but I hated not knowing what my next day was like. So, that's why I hated it. People, when I tell them, like, that's what I would do, they're like, that sounds like so much fun, like, you never know where you're going next, you're so young, and I'm like, no, dude, I hated it. I would get so much anxiety not knowing when I was going to go home and what my day would look like, and it was... I think because of this, and I never realized that was it. Like, I just I couldn't focus on what was next because I didn't know what was next, and that would freak me out.
Yeah, and you also, like, didn't have the time or weren't able to, like, think about it and plan for it, you know? And, like, you didn't have any control over it because it was, like, always, like, here, you know?
For sure. Well, also, I think something that's super fun that we should talk about is... We have a holiday coming up. I don't know what day we're going to upload this. Hopefully Tuesday. We'll see what day. It'll be a New Year's special either way. And
wait, what day is New Year's Eve? Thursday?
On Thursday. And then New Year's Day is on Friday. Okay. So either way, it's going to be on New Year's week. Okay. So you guys don't know this, but we just, like, took, like, a 45-minute nap.
I think it was longer, honestly.
Really? Well, this is what happened. Serena's camera died, didn't have a battery, we got hungry, decided to charge the battery, go get food, we ate Thai food, and then we have a new drink, and I drank my whole drink, and I have to probably drive home in like an hour and a half. Love that so much.
Yeah, that's basically...
That's what happens on the Tits&tats podcast.
Recording is a lot more, like... Usually on our regular podcasts, like, our phones die.
Yeah.
This one, like, the camera dies. And we had to freaking borrow a camera from my roommate.
It's so much drama. Why does everything, like, nothing is easy?
This is why we don't record it.
This is exactly why we don't record it.
This is a different kind of drink.
This might be the last time that we record it. Okay, let's see. Let's do a taste test.
That's drama. Literally the first time.
I mean, you never know.
It's not as good as the first one.
I'm fucking with the carbonation, though.
Yeah, because last time we have, like, a whole huge bag of, like, lemons and oranges, and I just, like, squeezed them all and, like, made it really fresh, and then put tequila in a sugar ram. But this time I got a squirt from the Thai food place because we don't have much left of our chaser moment, so that's what it is now.
It tastes so good, though. Did you put a lot of tequila in it?
I don't really know.
You know what's weird is that we used to not drink tequila. Like, tequila was not our go-to drink. Our go-to drink was, like, vodka.
Our go-to drink was whatever we can get our hands on.
Yes, but it was never tequila. Like, why did we never drink tequila?
I don't know. I think it just, like, wasn't as accessible as, like, an MD or, like, a bottle of vodka or like something cheap like that. Like Amsterdam, like I feel like I was drinking all the fucking time.
That's true. Amsterdam, like it was like
$16.
No, it was like
yeah.
Ciroc, and then you went to get a cheap version of Ciroc, and that was Amsterdam, and it was like $16, and it tasted the same.
Coolest thing.
Now when I drink vodka, I literally just want to throw up instantly. I don't understand what's so good about alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, right?
Yeah, like I feel like even the flavorings in the vodka drinks, like there's like vanilla and all that shit, like just tastes even more gross.
Mm-hmm.
Like it lingers, and like when you're okay, like maybe if you're hungover and you're throwing it up, like just saying, like it still smells like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
wait, actually, why doesn't tequila have flavors?
That's good. I feel like it has like flavor notes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there is like those margarita mixed ones, you know, that are like half tequila in it, but it's like
the margarita is like what the flavoring is. It's not like the tequila. Like so you can't buy a bottle of tequila that has like a strawberry flavoring, or can you? No.
I think it's only if it's mixed. I think because like with tequila, it's kind of like whiskey or bourbon. Like you want to taste like the flavor notes. You want to taste if it's like smoky, like the mezcal, or like if you want to taste like the different hints of the flavors. You know?
Right. Yeah. That makes sense. Oh god. I don't like drinking as much as I used to anymore. Like I think about all the times where I've gotten like seriously drunk, and it's always New Year's. Like, is there a New Year's that I've been sober? Maybe when I was a child. Maybe this year. No, I'm sure I'll still drink for the nostalgia of it.
For like the vibe.
How could you not get drunk on New Year's? Like, unless you're sober.
Unless you like just don't drink.
Unless you like don't drink, I get it. But like the whole point of New Year's is like you're supposed to get drunk, right?
Yeah.
Like that's how you bring in a new year.
I don't know, because then like last year, for example, like I was just a little bit too drunk, and like I feel like I only get like super duper hungover if I like mix a lot. And I remember last year, like I literally mixed everything underneath the sun. Like
yes, last year was an interesting New Year's. Like just thinking about well, for one, everyone was excited about 2020. It was like, let's fucking do this. Like, it's a new decade. It's so exciting. We prepped for an entire week because our friend wanted to have a party, like a small party in his garage, and we thought it would be fun to play Power Hour.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
But the Power Hour, it's basically Power Hour, if you don't know what it is every hour of every minute of an hour, you're going to take a shot or a sip of your drink. But you're doing it so fast that
you can take like a shot of your drink.
Yeah.
So like we had like ciders. Yeah. But before we even started the Power Hour, like we had already had like a few glasses of wine and a few shots of tequila.
Because you don't start the Power Hour until midnight.
Yeah. So that's already tequila, wine. Then we started the Power Hour, and we already had like a whole playlist. Like we had a playlist from each. So like 2010, 2011, 2012, all the way up to 2020, and we had like 10 songs in each year. Like the most popular songs like of that year, like we were the ones that we would always listen to. So like every time my friends made a playlist, and every time the song would change, you would take a shot. So then we started to do it with cider.
We did it with cider, Angry Orchards, and you know, those really do, like, they get you drunk because there's so much sugar in them that it makes you feel like, I will get tipsy off of 2 or 3 Angry Orchards. Beers I can drink a whole bunch of.
But we're drinking like a shot every minute. And like it doesn't, like when I was thinking about it, I was like, that's not that much. Like we're not going to drink that much, but it's just like drinking it fast, you know? And like we had already been drinking, and like the minute goes by so fast. Like,
it goes by so fast, especially when you're listening to the song.
Yeah, and you're like jamming. The song, you're like, oh, bet. And then the next song comes and you're hyped that the new song is on, but then you're like, holy fuck, we have to drink again. And then I think like things just started getting blurred, and then in order for me to like sober up, I always like, this is my toxic trait that I think like smoking a joint sobers me up, but it really just gets me more crossfaded. So while we're playing this game, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna switch and like start smoking like every time.
Oh god, I forgot we did that.
And I was like, I'm just gonna smoke, like take a hit every time, or like keep smoking.
I think you were like taking a drink and then taking a hit, taking a drink, taking a hit, and like vice versa. But then everything started getting like by like minute 20, you're confused. Like you're gone, you don't know what's going on.
And we're also doing this up until we started at 11 p.m. to get to midnight. So like by the time that it was midnight, oh lord. Like my friend also done. Like at midnight we were like, let's just all take an actual shot. And I think Joyce had like Bombay or something, right? And we were taking Bombay shots. So, like, that's already, like, wine, cider, tequila, Bombay. I swear I drank something else as well where I was just like, holy fuck. And I think after midnight, that was it. Like, I don't remember much after that.
Remember what happened. I do remember what happened to you. So, we were all done. Like, I don't actually think anyone genuinely finished the power hour, like, made it to minute 60.
Like, drank 60 with the shot.
Yeah, I don't think anyone did that. We all finished around, like, 45 minutes. And I just remember, like, Sabrina, we were inside. Like, we went into the kitchen. We were still drinking. And, like, I look over to you and... I swear I've never seen you gone like that before in my life.
And it's all the mixing. Like, I feel like I can drink pretty well, but, like, the mixing of drinks, like, gets me fucking gone.
Okay, and the amount. You don't have to make excuses. Yeah. Like, we just drank too much.
Yeah, and too fast.
And you had, like, your eyes were so red.
Yeah.
I was
There's a picture of me, Tati, and Sky in the bathroom, and... me and Tati's eyes are bloodshot and, like, so low. And I sent it to my friend, and he was like, I can tell only you and Tati were smoking because our eyes were, like, so closed, and Sky, she doesn't smoke, and her eyes were, like, wide open.
We were, like, struggling to keep our eyes open for the picture.
Yeah, and other drama was happening that night.
Oh, my God.
If you want to talk about it? I don't want to stir
it.
anything up.
I'll talk about it. So, I have this habit of locking myself out of my house. And usually it's not a big problem because I'll wait until my family's home and I'll just, I'll wait it out. I call them, I'm like, hey guys, I forgot my keys, I can't get into the house, whatever. But there's been some times where they're, like, gone, so I have to climb a ladder to get to my roof because my room's upstairs, slide open the window, and that's how I get inside. So unfortunately on this day, we had big plans, like for our outfits, for our makeup. And my family wasn't out of town. They were in Mexico.
We were running late already.
We were already running late. We had to go run some errands, the dispensary, whatever. And
because we had to set up for the party at our friend's house.
Yeah, and by the time I noticed as soon as I left the house, I think. Because I remember locking the door behind me, and I was like, fuck. Out of habit, I did it, but I didn't have my keys. And I was like, Sabrina, like, I don't know what to do. I locked myself out, whatever. And my boyfriend...
But you had locked yourself out.
Uh-huh.
We, like... I picked her up, we went and ran errands, and then she still had to go home and get ready. So she was locked out with literally nothing.
With nothing, because she picked me up just to run errands, and I think we were going to go back to my house to get ready because no one was there, so we were just going to get ready.
So she didn't have any makeup, any outfit, nothing.
I even that day was, like, I was shopping for outfits, like, I was buying stuff for my makeup. I remember buying jewels for my makeup. Like, I was really trying to bring in the new year looking cute. And I noticed, and I was like, okay, like, I've done this before, I have never climbed the ladder myself, but my boyfriend has, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just have to call him and I'll have to do this, and he was like, I called him, and he was like, I'm not doing that, like, what are you talking about? I'm not going to climb the ladder, like, I already told you this was, like, the last time that I locked myself out, he said that was the last time he's going to do it, because it's dangerous, or whatever. Yeah. I get it, I know
but it's 7 p.m. on New Year's Eve, and we have to go to a party that we are decorating and planning.
If this was any other day, I would have been like, whatever, I'll just wait, like, I'll go sleep over somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'll wait until it's daytime because it was dark, I get it. But it was like you said, it was New Year's, I was trying to get ready, and I was like, well, I'm not trying to bring in the New Year not partying, and I wasn't going to go to the party looking crazy, like no eyebrows, no lashes, the fit was not there, and I was just like, really banking on him being able to climb the ladder.
But you also didn't have a ladder.
And I didn't have a ladder. He had a ladder.
Yeah.
So if the ladder was there, I would have climbed and I would have done it myself. But there was no ladder there. I don't know what happened to it. So whatever. I called him. He was like, I'm not going to do it. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, at first I thought, like, he's just going to, like, say
that. And then change his mind.
Yeah. I literally genuinely thought he was just saying that to give me a hard time. Like, to remind me, like, to be more careful next time. But then, like, the hour went by. And I hadn't heard from him. And I was like, so you're seriously not going to come, like, help me out, like, get into my house? And he's like, no, I already told you, like, this was, last time was the last time I was going to do it, like, it's super dangerous.
He was upset that you were even asking.
Yeah, he was mad. He's like, you're crazy, like, I already told you last time this was the last time. And I was like, what's going on here? Like, I genuinely don't understand. I know it's dangerous, but I just need to be like you.
I need my shit. I need to get ready.
And me and Sabrina were like, well, what the fuck are we going to do? Because Sabrina was also like, well, we need to get ready. And, like, we just, like, what are you going to do? Not going to come to the party?
And we couldn't even, like, go get a ladder because he had a ladder at his house. So we were asking him to, like, bring the ladder. And at least, like, one of us could go up. Yeah. But he was like, I'm not even going to drop off the ladder. So we were like, fuck, what are we even going to do? Because we don't have a ladder. Like, at all, we have Mini Coopers. Like, we can't go and pick it up, you know? So I ended up asking my uncle to go and, like, bring the ladder, and he ended up bringing the ladder, and then Tati went up, and she opened the door.
Yeah, and then the whole entire night, I didn't talk to my boyfriend. He, like, showed up to the party.
But you didn't even know he was gonna come, right?
He called because he also said, I'm not gonna go to the party. Like, I don't really care to go that much. Like, it's whatever. Because we got into an argument about him not coming. He's like, I'm not gonna go. And then I was like, well, you should come. Like, I'd like to see you. It's New Year's. Like, what the fuck? And he showed up and then didn't talk to me.
Even at midnight.
Okay.
Okay, we're back once again. Hopefully this is the last time.
I'm not that confident. I'm just kidding.
No, it'll be fine.
Okay. So basically, where did I leave off?
So basically, Mike wasn't talking to you the whole entire night, even at midnight, and I had to give Tati a midnight kiss.
It was so sad. I was like, what the fuck?
So sad.
I mean, no, I got a New Year's kiss, but it was like, you're across from me.
He was literally across the table.
You're across from me. I see you faking having a good time because I know you're not having a good time, not talking to me, like, duh. And then the rest of the night, we still don't talk to each other, and then we're just like, I just spend the night there because, like, everyone's so freaking lit, and Sabrina wakes up and throws up in a trash bag.
Yeah. And I was, I thought I was gonna die.
You woke up, and I swear, I was on the phone, and all I hear in the background is you hurling. Like, literally, it sounded like water.
I couldn't even drink water. Every time I would drink water, it would just come out, like, instantly.
How did you get so lit?
The mixing!
I feel like I mixed just as much as you.
Bruh, I don't know. But I have not been hungover like that all year.
No, it's okay. So definitely not gonna happen this time around.
Yeah, this other New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
I was at this party. It was like a backyard party.
How old were you?
I think my first year, either my senior year of high school or my freshman year of college. No, my senior year of high school, because it was people from my high school's party.
Okay.
And it was like all in the backyard, and there was like a bunch of people. Mm-hmm. I was pretty lit, and then I was started to hear all this commotion and stuff, and I was like, what's going on? Like, there's like a lot of people like swarming right now, like everyone's like running around, and I was like thinking, like, I was by myself, and I was like, what's going on? And then I see like everyone just like slowly start to like back away from where I am, and I'm like in a circle, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I realize, I look in front of me, and this guy is all mad, and he's like about to swing at me, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, am I in a fight right now? Like, I was so confused. And then I turn around, and the guy behind me is who he's fighting, and I'm like in the middle. Like, there's 3 people, and I'm in the middle of this fight. And the guy swings to swing at the guy behind me. Like, can you guys just pause and give me a second to get out of the room?
Why wouldn't, like,
get out of the way.
Why didn't you move, first of all?
I was trying, but I was like, what's going on? And, like, it was literally happening so fast. And the guy punches the guy, hits me in the head, and I'm like, guys, like, I'm not in this. I don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't even know who you are.
Where were your friends?
I swear they were, like, on the outside of the circle.
They
like,
were watching you get beat up?
I don't know what was going on. I felt like I was just kept being pushed around. Like, everyone was just, like, pushing, and, like, I was in the middle of this fight, and the guy hit me in the head. The guy tried to swing back, and he hit me in my head, too.
Oh, my God.
And I was literally like, what the fuck just happened? And I was just like, I, like, walked away. I always say this, like, I felt like in that Katy Perry song, do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind? That's how I felt. Like, I felt like a plastic bag just being like, boom, boom, like being crazily pushed around. And then I like went, and I was kind of like having low-key a panic attack. And I was just like, what the fuck just happened? And I was sitting on this wall talking to my friend. I stand up, I'm like crying, he's like trying to calm me down. I stand up, and my whole leg like gets scraped up by a rose bush, and like it's just completely bleeding, and like everyone's like, what the fuck just happened to you? Like, you just got hit in the head, now your legs are bleeding.
You were bleeding?
Yeah, because of the rose bush. Like, I had just gotten all the thorns in my thing.
Did you have a bruise on your head?
I remember like having like the worst headache. Like, it felt like I had a concussion, and then we went to where you guys were. Like, someone dropped me off there. Maybe you guys came and picked me up.
Yeah.
And then I remember just laying down on Trennan's couch.
Yeah, I think I do remember that. And you just like kind of called it a night, and I had no idea what happened at all.
And I was like, I had the worst headache. Like, that's all I remember is just like getting punched in the head, you know? And I feel like all of our New Year's is kind of like end at Trennan's house. You know?
Yeah, well, that's kind of our tradition, is like we our friend Trenton lives on, if you're familiar with Pasadena, you know that the Rose Parade happens on like Colorado Boulevard. So he lives right next to there. So, you know, in high school, that was the thing to do. Like, you walk around on Colorado Boulevard, you stay up all night long, you're just getting into shenanigans.
I feel like even before, like, starting in, like, kindergarten even, like, I would go with people's families and, like, sleep on the street. And it was just, like, thing to do in Pasadena. Like, everyone was on the street, sleeping on the street. It was, like, a huge thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I have a funny story about 2 years ago on New Year's, actually. So same thing again. We're, like, at Trenton's house. Everyone's drinking because, like, I feel like I never like really going out to clubs or anywhere on New Year's. You have
way
to
too
pay,
expensive and, like...
And it's just kind of annoying. Like, I feel like I kind of love and, like, being with close friends and not being in, like, really annoying, rowdy places. And just something about New Year's makes you feel like you want to be home and safe. I don't know if you guys feel
like,
the
I
same
feel
way.
like everything is just kind of crazy and too much crazy energy. Just because of, like... The New Year's, the fireworks, all those loud sounds I don't really get along with. But I wasn't there this year.
You weren't
but
there.
I've heard of the story.
I think you were like in San Francisco or something. So anyways, that day my friend Trenton invites a whole bunch of like his close friends, not necessarily like our close friends. So it's kind of like a mixed group of friends.
Yeah.
And everyone was drinking, like, obviously. We had this roulette game where we were, like, playing roulette, and if it landed on a certain color, then those people on the other side of the table were taking shots. So we were, like, getting drunk. And just things escalated quickly. Like, I remember seeing people, like, chugging down wines and, like, just...
Kind of like last year.
Kind of like last
year. We're like, okay, fun, cool. And then it's like, holy shit, everyone's black.
Like, we need to drink. It's New Year's.
It's kind of just like Trenton's house vibes, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So in the kitchen, everyone was drinking, and I remember going into the bedroom where the bathroom is. And I laid down with my boyfriend, and we're just laying down, and we just hear, like, yelling coming from the bathroom. And I'm like, what the
bathroom's connected to the room, and then the bathroom's also connected to outside.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I remember just thinking, like, what's going on in there? Like, I was kind of worried because it literally sounded so aggressive. And I remember just, like, someone running into the room because I was, like, drunk. So I was reacting slowly. Someone ran into the room. They're like, what's going on? Open the door to the bathroom. And I'm just watching from the bedroom, like, what the
You're just like, what is going on? It's like a movie.
It happened in, like, less than a minute. And I'm just like, shit, okay, something's happening in there. I remember someone opening the door, and all I see is my friend getting slammed into the wall. Like, literally getting thrown into the wall. And I'm just like...
Yeah, like,
what the fuck?
has this been happening the whole time? I've just been like...
Yeah, and, like, then the other people that are there's 3 guys in the bathroom. The other 2 guys that are in the bathroom, like, storm out there, and they're just like, what the fuck? Like, fuck you. Like, walking out hella mad.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, literally just shook in bed.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And I just see my friend walk out. His face is bleeding. His hat has blood everywhere. And I'm just like... What happened?
Like, the other 2 guys we knew, but not that well.
We know them, like, from high school, and they're my other, like, Trenton's
But our
friends.
closest friend is the one whose, like, face was fucked up. And there's, like, a little bit of history with those guys, and, like, his sister and all this shit. So, like, we were kind of already thinking, like, it might be, or not we, but, like, I know that you guys are probably thinking, like, it's probably already weird that, like, the sister's ex-boyfriend and the brother are both here and stuff like that, like, and that's who was in the bathroom. So then, like, things kind of started to connect, like, oh fuck, like, that guy probably beat him up, maybe our friend said something stupid to him.
Because he walked out and he literally, he was fucked up, like, fucked up to the point where he couldn't say a sentence, and he just kept saying, like, his name over and over and over again, and I'm just like, oh, you're, like, really, like, just too gone. And it was scary because his nose looked broken. Yeah. And just remember thinking, like, fuck, how are we gonna explain this to anyone? Like, his face visibly looked fucked up. And
also, like, Trenton, whose house this is, like, the mom and, like, the sister and stuff are also at the house. Like, they, like,
I just know they drink all over me.
Does anyone notice Tati's wearing a different shirt?
This is so embarrassing. What the fuck? It spilled all on me. Sorry,
2 drinks
guys.
down vibes.
This is what happens.
I'm trying to, like, lick the sugar off.
Dude, I licked all the sugar off mine with the first round. This is so embarrassing. Is it on my shirt? Whatever.
I don't think you can see it too much.
Okay.
It's small.
Good. Anyways.
Yeah, so basically, like, the mom was there. So, like, it would have just caused so much drama.
And she's nice. Like, we're over the age of 21 at this point. Like, everyone can drink there, but she's also a mom, and she's like,
also like doesn't want someone fighting. Like, I remember seeing videos of being like, what the fuck happened? Like,
and that night, like, after that happened, I kind of was like, I'm over it. Like, I don't want to be here anymore, and I went home. Like, I just didn't want to be involved in the drama. Our friend our friend was really, really fucked up, and I remember, like, it's not that I didn't want to be there for him. He was just so fucked up that he wasn't being nice at the same time. And I was like, I was already drunk and I just didn't want to be involved in the drama. So I went home. But I remember coming back the next morning and I thought that everybody would be sleeping there because everybody was too fucked up. I walk into the house and no one's there. So I'm like, let me just text my friend to see if he's okay. Apparently in the middle of the night, he thought it was a good idea to walk home because he lives not that close. It's like 4 blocks away, maybe 5.
4 or 5, yeah.
And he walked on Colorado Boulevard where
all of the families are.
All
like,
the
it's
families.
crowded. Like, no matter what time, especially like after midnight, like there's people sleeping on the street.
And they're awake. Like, you don't really sleep because you're on the street, so like, you're just hanging out.
And just imagine our friend walking home on Colorado, like, with all of these families with, like, the most fucked up face, all bleedy. He's super drunk. He can probably, like, not even walk straight. Like, his face is all fucked up. Like, imagine just, like, seeing someone walking home like that. Like,
honestly, I feel like he probably scared a couple of people. Like, he looked like he just got into a fight because that's exactly what happened. Yeah. And the next day when we text him, like, are you okay? He's like, yeah. And we're like, what'd you tell your family? He's like, oh, nothing, I didn't say anything. But he said that he thought he broke his jaw because his whole jaw was like locked and swollen into place.
Yeah, the pictures later, I was like, holy fuck.
That would have happened
so
to
much
me.
drama.
I feel like I wouldn't be able to get away with not answering the question of like what happened.
Yeah. And like, what do you even say that you slipped and fell, I guess, like you fell on your face. But every part of his face, his eye was swollen as fuck, his nose was bleeding, his jaw was fucked up. Like, what do you fall on there, your face? Like, every part of your face.
It's also New Year's, so you could have used an excuse like, oh, I just got too fucked up.
Yeah, and, like I fell down Trenton stairs. Yeah. You know?
Goodness gracious.
I think another, like, iconic, like, year for me of New Year's.
Why is New Year's so iconic, though?
Was I did lose my virginity on New Year's Eve.
I love that for you.
I was pretty young, like, I can just say that out loud.
You don't need to say how old you are, though.
Yeah, I guess it just like adds to the spice.
Okay, say it.
I was a freshman in high school. Okay, so it was New Year's Eve, and like me and Tati, pre everything, pretty much. Like, we're always talking to these 2 guys. Yeah. And on New Year's Eve, they were like, "Oh, come to our house. We'll hang out here and stuff." And I was like, "All right, I guess bet." And I feel like back then, I just knew, like, I knew that I wanted to lose my virginity to someone I didn't care about, you know? Like, I don't know who I was at 15 thinking that, but I was like, I don't want to have, like, any attachment. Like, I don't want to have to, like, stay with them because I lost my virginity to them. Like, I just want it to be a guy who I think is hot, and that's it. Like, I don't know why I would think that as a 15-year-old.
You were, like, so set on that. You were like, this is the way it's going to go down.
No, but I still, like, think that to this day, but I feel like, I don't know, I was just like, I don't want to, like, have an attachment to someone just because of that. And I really, like, thought this guy was, like, the hottest guy in the world.
And do people have attachments like that? Like, I feel like that was just, like, a preconception.
Yeah, I feel like during this time when people were losing their virginities, everyone would say, like, no, I want it to be with someone special. And I was like, I don't want it to be with someone special because then it's going to be, like, another thing I hold on to that person. Like, I just kind of wanted to get it out of the way.
Yeah, like, it means too much.
Yeah, so whatever. So on New Year's Eve, I decide to do the deed. I kind of, like, knew it was going to happen because we had, like, made out before and stuff, so I was like, I knew, like, it was going to happen.
We, like, kissed, so it was definitely going to get to that point.
Yeah, like, I didn't really know that much about, I think I did, like, know about sex, but not, like that much. I kind of just knew, like, the basis, like, you put the dick in, that's it. Like, I didn't really, like, know all the other things.
There's, like, a hole and, like, a stick, and the stick goes in the hole.
Yeah, but I feel like it went as every virginity story goes, where it's just like, oh, okay.
Awkward.
That's it, whatever, like, I mean, I guess I can say that Tati was there in the room.
Same exact room. And let me just say, I heard noises. Yeah. And I knew right away. I was like,
you
go
literally
girl.
Heard my cherry popping.
I literally heard the headboard.
You're like, there she goes. And that's my girl.
I was like, oh, she did it.
She did it.
Go off, queen.
Yeah, and then the fire alarm started going off, and then like we stopped immediately. Like we were just like, what the hell's going on? So like we probably only got like 3 or 4 strokes in, but
it was
my
enough
cherry
for
pop.
him, though.
Yeah, and then we just like ended up leaving and going back to hang out with our friend Shannon. So then we went back to my friend's house, and then like we were obviously like trying not to talk about it too much, but
it's kind of taboo at this point. Like at that point, people's sexuality, like obviously you're in high school, so you're young, but like people don't really know, like they're not mature enough to understand sex. So like back in the day, well, like in high school, I feel like this still applies. When people have sex in high school, it's like, oh, that person's a slut.
Yeah,
that person's so slutty.
I feel like I was like already like had that image, so I was like whatever. But like I feel like all of my friends at this time, we were kind of like losing our virginity within this year.
Right.
So like it was kind of like always being like talked about, like, oh, like I'm gonna lose it to this person, like who, like blah blah blah. So I think I was like one of the first ones to lose it.
Yeah.
And we went back to my guy friend's house, and then he found out that I had lost it before him, and he was like upset.
He was so mad. He was like, "How could you lose your virginity before me?" And then it's like becomes a competition. It's like, how funny is that concept? Like the fact that you have to lose your virginity before your girlfriend. Like, what the fuck is he thinking? I'm sorry, Trent, if this offends you.
But I think that's just how it went. And then I don't even think I'm not going to put his business
Let's not talk about his sexuality. Or his sexual history.
But, yeah.
That's pretty iconic, actually.
Yeah.
New Year's, like, whoa,
New
go
Year's
girl,
Eve,
you know what you wanted.
A little 2012.
Bro, we're old as fuck now.
2011 or something.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, this year we're going to spend New Year's a little different, and we're going to be...
What are you going to do?
I don't know. Maybe we'll hang out.
Yeah.
See, I want to do something, but I don't obviously want to do anything that's like very risky or stupid.
Yeah, I kind of, if I'm like do hang out with my friends, like it'll just be you and Trent and them.
Yeah, exactly. The gang.
Like the people that I usually see, and Tati works with Trent, so it's kind of like the same.
Yeah.
Or I'll see my family, either or.
Yeah, the New Year's gang.
Neither, both. So.
Nothing crazy. I think that it's important for all of us to do our part.
Yeah.
Because I'm ready to like go back to normal life. Like after Christmas, I was like, oh my god. Before I was like chilling. I was like, I can do this. I can be at home. And then I was seeing my memories with like my big family, like hanging out all together.
It's crazy how the holidays like were this year versus last year.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
so quiet and like
Snapchat really made me feel nostalgic.
Got you in your feels.
Back in the day, but we'll be there soon, and you know we'll catch you guys next week. Maybe we'll do a video again.
Maybe we'll see how this one goes. We'll see how like the editing goes. Honestly.
We had like 3 technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We took a food break. I changed my shirt. I spilled my drink.
We went on a walk. You know,
the cats got in the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
The whole 9 yards. We switched cameras.
What
and now the sun's going down.
Yeah, we're rushing against time, against the light.
But we got all our stories in.
All right.
And now it's blinking, so we will see you guys later.
Bye. Peace.
Thumbnail.
Cheers. Is that cute?
Hopefully.
Okay, see you guys next week. Bye.
Oh my god, I'm feeling a little loosey off to goosey.